Webex Contact Center offers courtesy callback feature using which a customer can opt to receive a callback rather than waiting in the queue to connect to an agent. What if customer forgets about the already scheduled callback and attempts to schedule another one? Unless programmed to detect already scheduled callback for that number, system accepts the new callback too, which would cause callback duplication and resulting in increased calls to agents. In this vidcast, we will go over customizing the call flow to check for already scheduled callback and prevent caller from scheduling another one. Hi, I'm Gajanan Pandey, and I'm Solutions Manager with Global Partner Technical Onboarding and Enablement Team at Cisco. Let's jump straight into the demo. In this first pre-recorded demo, we will see how a same customer calls twice and registers for the callback, and system basically accepts both of the callbacks and subsequently delivers it to the agent.
Welcome to GP's callback vidcast flow. All agents are busy. Please press 1 if you want to schedule a callback. Please enter an 11-digit phone number which you would like us to call you back on. You've entered 1442-212-1135. Press 1 if the number is correct. A callback at your preferred number has been successfully scheduled. Talk to you soon. Bye for now. Welcome to GP's callback vidcast flow. All agents are busy. Please press 1 if you want to schedule a... Please enter an 11-digit phone number which you would like us to call you back on. You've entered 1442-212-1135. Press 1 if the number is correct. A callback at your preferred number has been successfully scheduled. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Well, as you could see, the agent received two callbacks that the caller from the same number scheduled, which clearly is a duplication of callback request. Now let's see how to program our flow to avoid a callback duplication. Now, if you have seen my previous vidcast on courtesy callback, you would be familiar with this flow in which the caller calls in, gets a welcome prompt, and then the system looks for available agent in the queue node. And then if the agents are not available, the customer or the caller is offered for a callback. If the customer chooses to get called back, the new number or a number to call back is obtained. Uh, and if the number is okay, it's an 11-digit number, then a callback is registered. Uh, that's typically how the typical call flow is. As you can see, there is no backend check done to verify if the callback that's been registered is a duplicate one. So I have customized this flow to add some nodes, which would then check in the analyzer database about the existing or already registered callbacks. Please pay attention to the connectivity between the verify number node onwards, because in the new flow, the connection from number OK, which was connected to the callback node, is now connected to a HTTP request node. Now, before I explain the nodes that were configured here, I would like to mention that there were some flow variables that I configured, namely callback status, callback connect time, and search result. These flow variables will be used later. So let's go into HTTP request node. As you can see, we are using authenticated endpoint named GP underscore API. That's a connector which is configured in Control Hub. In the Control Hub, when you log into Contact Center section, go down to tenant settings. Under integrations, you will find a Webex Contact Center card in which you can add a new connector. So I have added these two. The one I'm using in this flow is GP underscore API, but let me show you quickly how a new connector is added. You can define the access. This time I would choose read and write access both. Click on I authorize and click on add connector. And adding the connector is successful. You can use this connector in the flow now. So from the drop down, I've selected the connector that I had created. In the request path, I've used /search because we're going to use search API. If you want to know more about search API, head to developer.webex.com, click on documentation, and then Webex Contact Center. Under data API reference, you will find search API. As you can see, the search API is a GraphQL endpoint that enables customers to fetch data from Webex Contact Center. Click on the search option to know more about it. Now, let's go back to the flow. I'm using the post method, and then in the content type, I have used GraphQL. This query, as well as the GraphQL variables, you could customize as per your need. This one's, I've used, the I have used this the search query here as well as the GraphQL variable code. I'll share that code in the description of this vidcast. But here I'm looking for from and to, and then I'm using the filter under which I'm looking for callback status. And then in the variable, I'm looking for now, from now till last 4 hours. This is milliseconds, and if you convert that into hours, you will find that it's 4 hours. And then here I'm using this variable. Now to understand or read the search result or the result of HTTP request that was returned, we would use a set variable node and then set the value to it, or preserve the value or the result into this variable search result. This helps you basically to understand what was the response. This is not going to be used in the next condition node. It's just to understand what the response was, and you can then further look into the debug section to go get into the further details. If you don't want this, you can directly connect HTTP request to the condition node, and that should work too. So in the condition node, I'm looking for the callback status. Again, this query is like query into query. You don't have to use a complicated one. If you have good coding skills, you can refine this to simplify it. But in this case, you're looking for callback status being processed or not processed. So if callback status is not processed and the condition is true, that means the callback is still scheduled, and then it goes ahead and plays a message which states that your callback has been scheduled already and you will be called back. However, on the false condition, which means the callback is already processed and customer is probably calling for another callback, then in that case, the outcome is connected to the callback node, which was there earlier connected directly from verify number menu node. But in this case, it goes through callback node, registers the callback and plays a message that, the callback is now scheduled. So what this modified flow does is, before scheduling a fresh callback, it checks for the existing callback and avoids the duplication before scheduling a new one. I will share the exported flow JSON file in the description of this vidcast. Now, as seen in the previously pre-recorded demo, the customer could very well call twice and register the callback twice. And again, subsequently, those two callbacks were delivered to the agent. After the callback duplication programming is in place, the customer tries to call the second time and receives a different message. And also from the agent standpoint, agent received just one callback request. Let's take a look at the next demonstration here.
Welcome to GP's vidcast flow to prevent callback duplication. All agents are busy. Please press 1 if you want to schedule a callback. Please enter an 11-digit phone number which you would like us to call you back on. You've entered 1442-212-1135. Press 1 if the number is correct. A callback at your preferred number has been successfully scheduled. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.
Now the second callback attempt is made.
Welcome to GP's vidcast flow to prevent callback duplication. All agents are busy. Please press 1 if you want to schedule a callback. Please enter an 11-digit phone number which you would like us to call you back on. You've entered 1442-212-1135. Press 1 if the number is correct. A callback from provided number has been scheduled already. Rest assured, you'll be called back as soon as an agent becomes available. Thank you for keeping patience.
Now next, the agent goes available. Now agent ends the callback and there is no second callback received subsequently. So that's a successful avoidance of or prevention of callback duplication. Now let's take a look at the debug of the second call that was made. And if you click on the set variable node, you will see the HTTP response. And in the play message, the system played a callback for provided number has been already scheduled. Thus, then the call was disconnected. As seen in the debug output of set variable node, you can see that the callback status returned was not processed. So the flow then, went on to not register a second callback. Well, that concludes the quick demo of how to configure prevention of callback duplication for the courtesy callback use case. If you need any first-time configuration and or subsequent troubleshooting assistance of this use case, feel free to reach out to Partner Help Desk using channel of your choice. I hope this was a good use of your time. Please score and comment this video and let us know if there is any other topic that you would like us to cover in the next one. Thanks for watching.